Hey guys, Fishy here at GI Tactical in Plano, Texas, and I love pistols. If you know me on the battlefield, I love using my pistols a lot. So I actually have here probably one of the more popular ones that we sell here in the store, the Elite Force 1911 TAC two-tone, of course. This thing is really popular ever since it came out, and ever since we started selling it, these things are flying off the shelves. And one of the big things that I get asked all the time is like, how do I take this apart? Because you see people, it's like they just bang on this, they can't do any of that. So I'm going to kind of show you the steps on how to take it apart and a little bit of preventative maintenance. Had a hard time saying that word. So start off, again, make sure your gun is facing away. Eject the magazine. Safety first, always. And then make sure that the chamber is clear, of course. And it's clear. Make sure there's nothing in there. And then what you want to do is take your thumb or anything pointy, especially if you don't have long fingernails like I do, and then bring it up to this first little notch right there. So I'm kind of using my index finger right here to push it out. So push it out right there and then grab like something flat, like again your fingernail. Pull out the pin. Again, while still holding on to the actual gun itself, the slide and the lower, grab it as so and let it slide forward. If not, this thing is going to shoot out and you can damage something. So as you can see right here, it comes out in two parts, the lower and the slide itself. Now, one of the big things that I always try to lubricate is this area back here. This is where the hammer assembly is. Now, because there's a lot of moving parts in here that touch metal, I always want to try to lubricate that area. So I always like to do is take a couple drops right in through here and right into this area right there. And that allows smooth actions for the hammer and all the assembly inside of there too. And also because I like having my gun smooth completely as far as for the slide traveling, I like to put a little lubricant on the actual slide points right here, right there, and right there, because as Paul Dean says, you want everything to be like butter. Butter everywhere. Butter. Rest in peace, Paul Dean. Your time was cut.
She's not dead, right?
Wait, she is?
No, she's still alive.
Oh, okay. Well, love you, Paul Dean. Another point is the actual spring and spring guide. It allows smooth, even travel right here back and forth. No grinding whatsoever, so that way it still stays smooth and you're not really getting any materials taken off. And also another point, again, take your thumb, pull back. Now you want to be careful. You don't want to pull too hard on this part right here. So you just want to pull it just ever so slightly. Again, not too much pressure. And then take your index finger, put a little bit of up pressure on it so that way it stays in place, like so. And then take a couple drops, like 2 drops right here, and then let it go forward. And I like to put 1 drop right in through here. This allows smooth, even lubrication on all these points, so that way you don't have any sort of malfunctions or any issues as far as for sliding back and forth goes. And now, to put it back together, you just basically reverse what I just did. So place it like so. Place it back, and again, I'm holding on to both pieces. So both the lower and the actual slide itself. Take the pin, place it back in, and again, while grabbing on everything, place the pin back in that first little hole, slide in, do a function check, make sure it's all working properly. And again, always point the gun in the opposite direction of anybody. You don't want to point at yourself, don't want to point it to your friends, just in case anything can happen. Make sure it works, and then place your magazine back in, and then fire. Make sure it works. And all of these are very simple little tips that you can apply to any sort of gun, whether 1911 or any of the fine products that any one of our manufacturers that we carry here. So this is Fish with a wonderful pistol tip, and I'll check you later. Hi, I'm Fish, and you're watching GI Tactical Texas, and I'm looking at Michael in the window over there being a goober. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and you're watching Jackass.